awesome, amazing. I can hear you clearly. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing fine. Where are you talking to us from?
From here, I am right with you.
Amazing, amazing.
We
Welcome,
confirm.
welcome on board.
Yeah, I like what you are doing.
Thank you.
And yet our people sometimes they don't say why this one is wrong. How can I reverse? No one think that way.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
And the last 40 years, pharmaceutical, all kind of medical, they were not taught how to solve problem. They have been taught how to solve symptoms.
Yes.
So that pharmaceutical to continue making money, education no longer be the same as people used to get in 40 years ago. So now it's hard some of the things to reverse, but through by learning from one another is the best way that we can reverse.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Transparency, honesty, knowledge. It sometimes people can can benefit from one another.
Yeah, true. Amazing.
Yes, and that knowledge and everything, it has come through the social media. And some few things who have already made some website here and there, and not actually many people sometimes go through to those.
Yeah.
But where you are right now, many people can approach, and I really thankful to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amazing,
Although
amazing.
my network, although my network is not good, I'm communicating with you from Cielo County.
Ah, it's Yolo is in the building. Thank you so much.
Yes, so Pole.
Yeah. Thank you so much from African lady. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Oh, this is amazing. Amazing African lady. Thank you for coming through. And I really appreciate the job that you're doing. I've seen multiple of your things. I didn't just know this is you. Hey man, thank you. Yes, hello. How are you?
Hello, Doc.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, Doc.
Your name is the Hub Master. The Hub Master, is that your
Yes,
name?
I am the hub master. I deal with the hubs. No, my name is Maurice.
Okay. Maurice the Hub Master.
But I grow hubs. I grow hubs.
Welcome on
Yes,
board.
I do hubs. Yes.
Talk to us, bro.
So, Doc. Sometimes back, I worked with the National Councils for Persons with Disability.
Yes.
In Kisumu. And I saw autism is categorized among disability. And the way you are talking about special schools for persons with disability. We used to visit schools with children with autism, and they are together, and the diet is the same thing that you are talking about. And I didn't know that it's actually a diet condition that can be reversed.
Amazing.
And right now, I know of a parent who has a child with an autism, and I just want to thank you for that information.
Yeah, man.
As soon as you upload the video on YouTube, I'll send the link.
Man, thank you so much for that, bro.
Yeah, and then another thing, Doc. I've been following you for a very long time, and people say that I've joined a cult. Yeah.
Okay.
And people say that this guy is just using you. But I told them, Dr. Lewis has given us everything for free, even the fermented cabbage that he sells.
Yeah.
He taught us how to make it ourselves.
Yes.
Because I remember your initial video, you taught us how to make beef tallow, you taught us how to make fermented cabbage, you have taught us everything. And I was like, how is he benefiting? What is he taking from me?
Exactly, bro.
And whatever you have done, on Tuesday, I went to donate blood for a cousin of mine who has sickle cell anemia.
Yeah.
And I have talked to the parents on the diet and everything, but they're not listening. So the funny thing is that I was 52 kg when I started following you. I was around 46 kg. I was skinny fat.
Yes.
And right now I am 52. I started going to the gym. And so my blood count was at 16.
Yes.
And the guy that we were with him to donate blood was 80 kg, and his blood count was 12. He could not donate blood.
he has more fat than blood.
Yeah. So, me, I just want to thank you. Me, you have literally changed me. Mimi napendeza sana.
Bro,
my self-confidence, you.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm happy. Thank you.
Thank you so
Continue
much.
doing the good.
Man, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure that we have had somebody who actually relates the story of autism, and you've actually painted the exact picture of what is happening in this institutions. So thank you so much, and we appreciate you, and keep saving your life, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just get the laughter, the pleasure in his laughter, you can easily see this is a saved man, right? And the other fat guy, these are the types of people who will hate on everything I do. You can imagine. I teach you how to make fermented cabbage, and then I come up with a way of making it in the easiest way possible so that you can adapt it. And after teaching you, I come out with it selling it. So I've empowered you with the information to make it. But if you're unable to make it, you buy it, and then you start complaining. That is not even fair, right? That's not fair. This gentleman is awesome. Amazing, bro. Keep saving your life, and that's just, hey, man. I love this. I love that type of energy. I love that type of energy. Rob.
Yes, Dr. Ari, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you, bro?
I'm good, bro.
I'm excited to have you here. Talk to us.
Keep it up, whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, keep it up.
Thank you, man.
I am your colleague. We support you as much as we differ sometimes in the areas.
Yeah.
We understand.
Thank you, man.
Medical is very unique. Yeah. Medical is very unique. Hii ni kama uganga.
Kweli.
You see, what one doctor is using to treat somebody could not be the case. But at the end of it, the pieces of education that you're giving to society, what you're doing without even much gain, it is really, really amazing. So we do respect you for that.
I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah. Most of us, we might not agree with you.
Yeah.
But as learned people, we don't differ in public. But whatever you're doing, sir, it's really, really good.
Thank
really
you, sir.
Tremendous.
Thank you, sir. Allow me to ask you, what do you differ with me on?
A bit, a few things here and there.
Yeah.
And I won't speak here. Maybe I'll speak here privately.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. I respect that. Thank you.
But actually, what you're doing, it's so amazing, you know.
Yeah.
Most of us, we can't really be able to grab different areas like you know.
Yeah.
You're amazing, bro. Thank you so much. Even as we are learning.
I appreciate, bro. Thank you so much for that, bro.
Yeah, thank you. We support you. We support you.
Amazing. Now listen, you see, when you hear such type of information, it excites me because we can differ on matters of maybe personality and stuff, but let's have a conversation around principles, right? Because I know that many doctors are actually following my platforms and they are monitoring it all through, but it takes guts for somebody to come in and just say these words to us, because it's not easy to do what we do. Sometimes it might look controversial, but trust me, there's always a positive vibe in anything. And I know most doctors will come in someday to start having this conversation, because we're actually changing people from where they are. So if you change the masses, the doctors will not have an option but to preach the truth. And our principles are basically the truth. We'll preach the truth, and we welcome any form of challenge, any form of contradicting information that will actually bring a debate that is in the benefit of our clients. Bring it on. So thank you so much, Rob, for making that make sense. So thank you. I told you one thing that is standing between your health and your doctor is ego. Mickey,
Yes, Daktari.
make it short tonight.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I make it long. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I would like to say thank you for always being here. You never get tired of us. You never get tired of our questions, our nagging on the comment section, and sometimes doubting you.
Yeah.
Regardless, you just come.
I appreciate.
So, as for me, I'll always be here because I know one day I'll meet one of your followers on the hospital corridors and I cannot take the challenge.
They will whip you.
I cannot. I cannot be behind. I want to be the same page with them.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask about is cerebral palsy the same as autism? Are they treated the same? Are they the same? You see, me, I don't understand these conditions about the inborn conditions. The conditions these babies get, I don't understand them much because they are complicated, as you said. They are complicated and they are very hard. So I wonder if cerebral palsy is treated the same as autism.
Yeah, it is. Why? Because of nerve problems. Now you see, most of these conditions, the only thing that confuses most people is not that you don't know the disease. It's just that the way they define the disease to suit the pharmaceutical agenda. Okay? Yeah, it's the way they define the diseases to just suit the agenda of the pharmaceutical companies. So immediately you know the problem is coming from somewhere. If it's a nerve problem, simply understand that this is a gut problem. Feed the child well. So cerebral palsy, autism, epilepsy, depression, anxiety, ADHD, all these conditions are just hailing from the same causes. But we want to sugarcoat them and give them very beautiful names so that they confuse people. Sometimes we give them very complicated names so that our people get to suffer and they just conform to the pharmaceutical company's agenda. So yeah, it is the same.
A woman I know has an autistic boy, and then she has this tick in her mind that during the delivery, the nurses or the midwives tampered with the boy's head, and then that is why he got autistic.
Yeah, because that is actually classified as number one of our number two of our causes, right? The trauma and accidental nerve damage.
Okay, that's truth.
How old is the baby?
11.
Oh, 11.
Yeah.
I start advising him about dietary modifications. And then when they get to about 16 there, 17 there, we can encourage them to do 2 meals a day. And we lower the carbohydrates intake total so that we get ketone bodies that will actually fix the brain and the nervous system.
Okay. So where do we classify the hydrocephalus and spina bifidus?
Yeah, again, the same thing. What is hydrocephalus?
It's just fluid in the brain.
That's the point. Where is that fluid coming from? Inflammation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a 3 months old girl with that condition. Just 3 months. Yeah, unfortunately she died.
Oh, she did. Did they do the surgery to drain the fluid?
Yes. No, they didn't get there.
Because I always see them doing surgery to drain the fluid to the stomach, but the problem is they drain the fluid perfect, but the diets are still the same, which is just a mess. See, the body has a way of fixing itself. So if you're actually helping it drain the fluid, and then now fix the diet so that the body adapts to it.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, because diets alone because
the
surgery alone.
bifidus, what about the spina bifida? Are they also because of poor diets?
You see, Mickey, when I talk about chronic conditions, and then I talk about diets that affect diabetes, that actually help you reverse diabetes, and then somebody comes in and asks me, how about diets for hypertension? When we know diabetes is actually a cause of hypertension, that's a question that is a little crazy, because if I'm talking about diets, I'm not talking about, you see, I talked about CNS conditions. I didn't just talk about autism alone. I talked about central nervous problems, which basically is the brain and the spinal cord. So whatever issue that is hailing from the brain and the spinal cord, whether you go rounds and rounds and give me new names or whatever, the, the condition is the same. Inflammation of the brain and the nerves. How do you treat that? Dietary modifications. If it's an adult, take him on fasting so that they recover even faster. So hata ukaleta jina ingine tuseme APQ na bado ni ya brain na spinal cord, I still take you through the same things.
The reason why I'm asking is because that spina bifida is the one they scared me with, so that they could take the IFAS.
But do you know this is the reality? Let me tell you this. You see, what time were you being taken on this IFAS? At what time of the pregnancy?
Around 4 months.
You see, at 4 months, it's already too late. Even if you take the IFAS, the folic acid will not assist the baby. Do you know the growing baby? Do you know why? Because the brain and the spinal cord fuses in the first 4 weeks of a pregnancy. So if you're supposed to take the folic acid to protect the child from these spinal cord issues, what do? You start taking the folic acid 6 weeks before you get pregnant. Why? Because by the time you are achieving a certain therapeutic control or a certain therapeutic concentration of folic acid in blood, and this is synthetic folic acid, it's not even natural folic acid that comes from the egg yolks, the beans, and the green leafy vegetables and the liver. It is synthetic. So by the time you're attaining a certain therapeutic dosage in the blood or therapeutic level in blood, you have taken about 6 to 8 weeks to get that therapeutic level. So imagine taking it at 4 weeks of pregnancy when the brain and the spinal cord have already fused. What are you doing? And this is the reason why that folic acid ends up getting these children into congenital issues. Because you're supposed to, as a pregnant woman, you're supposed to feed healthy to get all these nutrients for the baby, not feed unhealthy foods and go and take folic acid after 4 weeks of pregnancy. But pregnant women are being given IFAS after 6 weeks of pregnancy. So you're wondering how is it going to help if at all we are giving folic acid to go ahead and help in preventing the neuronal tube defects. But this neuronal tube fuses, the brain and the spinal cord fuses in the first 4 weeks of pregnancy. So we are actually supposed to take it before we even get pregnant, so that by the time we are getting into the 4 weeks of the fusion, we already have the therapeutic dose in blood.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a waste of time taking those supplements.
That is answered.
Yeah.
That is answered. What about have you ever heard of that of someone who has IHB? Because for me, I've never heard of that. But I had a case today, when the patient had 14.6 HB, and then he was sent to us for that counseling.
Counseling for what?
To that, they said that the blood volume is too high.
But I've seen people with the HB of 17.
For me, I've never seen beyond 13.
So tell me, that person, what symptoms was he experiencing for him to go for counseling?
None.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey. Hata wangemwambia tu aende afanye donation.